Hi everyone, this is an announcement to let you know that after these readings are released, I'll be changing the name of this channel from Peace, Love and Tarot to Wild Lotus Tarot. I just felt that Peace, Love and Tarot was no longer in alignment with myself and with my message, so I wanted to choose a new name. And I've always loved the lotus because it's a symbol of spiritual transformation, and also because it appears on what is, I'm sure, all of our favourite card, and that is the Ace of Cups. So if we just have a look down here, they are lotus flowers on the surface there. And, the idea is that the lotus flower, it starts its journey as a seed, in the mud at the bottom of the pond, and it follows the light through the water to the surface where it blooms as that beautiful flower. And, it's a symbol of the transformation, the journey to open ourselves to love, to self-love, to the divine. So I love that idea. I think it's a beautiful symbol. That's why I've chosen that name. And I see, my purpose with this channel is to help you, access that wild lotus inside of you and to help you on your journey of transformation, whatever that might be for you. So next time you tune in, you'll see the new name. I've already started changing the channel art, so it's going to be a little bit inconsistent for the next week or so. And just while you're here too, before we start your reading, I just want to say thank you so much for being here, for your subscription if you've subscribed, for every like, comment and share. I really do appreciate it. You've really helped me grow my channel. I'm very passionate about tarot and I love bringing you these readings, and I really hope that you'll join me in my new journey as Wild Lotus Tarot. So for now, let's go to your reading. Let's get into your reading now, Capricorn. So what we've got here is we've got your oracle cards, which we'll go to in a moment. We're doing fixed positions this week. So in your recent past or what you're transitioning through at the moment, we have Judgment and the Star. As your focus or current energies, we have the Six of Pentacles with the Hierophant. And in the outcome or near future position, we have the Emperor with the Six of Crystals, which is the Six of Pentacles again. So we've got that double whammy. 4 major arcana out of 6. There is a lot of major arcana coming out in the readings today. You've probably heard me say before that the more major arcana in a spread, the more significant the event is that you're journeying, the more linked to our big themes in our life lessons, karmic lessons, that kind of thing, because each one of the major arcana links to one of those. So yeah, I mean, there is a lot of spirituality in this reading as well. I think some of you are going through some kind of awakening, maybe a bit of a frequency upgrade, or just really starting to, understand some universal truths as well. There is a strong sense of rebirth here, rebalancing and stepping up to another level, whether that's going to be, changing status in a relationship to, fiance, husband, wife, or stepping into maybe a leadership role in the workplace, supervisor, leader, CEO, whatever it is. We have like a stepping into power, stepping away from what's kept you small and confined and stepping into power as a really reborn energy. And I think maybe the sense of spiritual awakening is really going to help you as you move into that role. So let's see how that plays out. Going to go to the oracle cards first. We have Share Your Voice, which will come out to in a moment, and we have Sarah. Sorry, I do struggle to say that one. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. But as you know, this one is the crown chakra. So the crown chakra is often that center that we get the downloads through. It really is our spiritual center that's really linked to spiritual awakening. So we have spiritual awakening card, Judgment, which is, can be spiritual awakening. We've got the Hierophant, links to spirituality. So if you are getting downloads or insights or intuitions this week, you should most definitely listen to them, because it says that you are really, tuned in this week and the portal is open. So definitely could be information coming down. Good time to meditate as well. And we have Share Your Voice, coming out of the cave, persecution, expression. Well, that's kind of what these people or you in your past state are coming out of in the past, coming out of a confined time. Now it's time to step up, to lead, to share your voice, to express yourself. So I will read that one out, guys, and then we'll go to the tarot. So you're being called to share your voice, perhaps by speaking up in a relationship, through writing, speaking, singing, or some other form of creative expression. We each hold a truth deep within us that longs to be expressed. Sculpted for lifetimes, the voice of your soul is like no other. It carries with it wisdom that can only be gained through soul history and growth. Remember, tapping into and expressing this unique tone, we not only heal ourselves, we also heal the planet at large. When you share your voice, you unlock something in the universe and call a missing piece of your home. Your individual voice is the most powerful sound current on the planet. If you have kept your soul's voice silenced or held back, chanting or singing could be truly life-changing for you. Yeah, I mean, that's a metaphor as well. I really feel like this is about you kind of, opening up, speaking up, shedding what's held you back, kept you small. Because Capricorn, in the recent past here, we're going to go to the Star and the energy of Judgment. So really, really strong awakening energy in these two cards here. So I guess because it's a general reading, Capricorn, it'll be different for each person, but think about, what is a situation in your recent past that has really kept you confined, has kept you small, kept you even in the dark. So this could be, a situation where a truth has been revealed that kind of has a freeing or liberating effect on you. It could be, through being, an employee or one of the workers on the hamster wheel. It's kind of made you feel stuck. It's made you felt small. And we see potentially in this reading this week that you might be stepping out of that, stepping into a leadership role. This can also indicate coming out of a place where you might have not been in such great spiritual awakening or enlightenment, that you might be shedding off some old beliefs, some past conditioning that has kept you small in some way in the mind, and you're really having an opening and an expansion, a shift in consciousness as well. Definitely feeling that, the Judgment is a wake-up call, an awakening. It's saying now is the time to live big, not to keep yourself small, not to keep yourself confined. That's not what you're here on this planet for. And maybe, you need to speak up, to share your voice, to make this move, to shed this, to move on from this, whatever it is. Judgment is the card of forgiveness, of second chances. Is there anything in this situation that can be salvaged? Or are you really going to move on into a better time, a better place? But either way, I'm sensing this as a renewal, a liberation, a rebirth, because we have this energy here together with the Star. And the Star in the Major Arcana follows on from the Tower. It is the calm after the storm. Maybe some of you have been through a Tower moment. Maybe that was the trigger that released you, that made you say, what, I'm over this, I'm not living like this anymore, I'm going to change my life. Maybe that was the revelation, the truth that was revealed, the illusion that was shattered, a situation that ended, that has somehow woke you up to a way that you were living in the past that is no longer aligned for you. So the Star energy talks a lot about healing, rebalancing, renewal. We have the Six of Pentacles twice in this reading, which is about balancing those karmic scales, those scales of life as well. So I feel like some of you may have even had an injustice done to you, or maybe were deceived with that Tower energy that you might have been moving on from. And now it's your time. It's time for the scales to balance. It's now time for you to step up into power, you to come in and lead. The Star energy can be about rebirth, renewal. And look at these people here. They are definitely reborn in the light after being confined. You might be feeling vulnerable right now, Capricorn, as we do when we shed something. Sometimes it's just by leaving our comfort zone, that can be really uncomfortable. And a lot of people stay confined just because of the fear of the unknown, the fear of what it might feel like to step up bare, to be stripped of that relationship, that identity, stepping up from your team at work and saying, hey, I want to be the leader. It makes you feel vulnerable. That's definitely what it can. But this is about you stepping into a new part of your journey now. The Star is also the card of divine wish fulfillment. So it's through doing this, through stepping up, through stepping away from what's keeping you small, that potentially, Capricorn, you are, actually going to achieve a greater goal. And maybe something that you've been trying to manifest for a period of time is starting to come through for you. So I'm really trying not to bump the camera. I've got it just set up a little differently. It's a little bit hard to kind of get around everything. Okay, current or focus energies, the Hierophant and the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, time to settle the score, time to even things up. As I mentioned before, the Six of Pentacles can be the card of balance. The scales in the tarot are, always talking about that karmic balancing, any injustices being righted, wrongs being righted. Maybe before you've kind of felt that you were always righting this, being either being up or being down, but not having much kind of consistency or even success in your life. Well, whatever that is for you, this is about, settling that score and rebalancing. The number 6 in the tarot is also a card of healing, of growth, of harmony. We have that in the star as well. So there's definitely a theme of renewal, of healing, of, coming back into balance. The Hierophant, interestingly, the Hierophant can relate to the institutionalized settings of our lives, which can be committed relationship or marriage, our work, our place of study. So then maybe this is about finding balance in one of those areas. Maybe some of you have been through that Tower moment or had your slate cleared, and now you're starting to steady your balance in one of those areas. The Hierophant can also be, as I mentioned before, our sense of spirituality or values as well. The Hierophant can talk about the values that were imposed on us by our parents, by systems, by work, by school, by study, by partners, relationships. And now actually being in a period of your life, maybe after this kind of awakening that you've gone through, where you are reassessing if those values that may have been placed on you are in alignment with you now. Or, some of you are wanting to go your own way, are wanting to step up in independence or have more say, sick of being confined. Maybe some of you had been in controlling situations, whether it was in work or romance, and you're wanting to step up and share your own values, live from that place, from your truth. And that is the action that balances you. That's what brings you into balance. So I'm definitely feeling that for you, Capricorn. Yeah, it's a powerful little reading, isn't it? Okay, so coming in towards the end of the week, near future, obviously timing is fluid, guys, don't forget that. We've got a repeat of the Six of Pentacles. This time it's the Six of Crystals from the beautiful Starchild Tarot deck. And we have that with the Emperor. Oops, sorry. So the Emperor is one of the more powerful figures of the tarot. We've kind of seen you take this journey from a confined box in the Judgment energy to sitting on a throne, a stone seat of power, commanding an empire. The Emperor, he commands his empire. He shapes his own world, his own reality. He doesn't let it shape him. He lives by his own values, not those that are imposed on him. He is doing things his way. He is a ruler. He is calculated and strategic. He's cautious. He's not a risk taker. That's the energy. So I really feel that there might be a key decision that you want to make in moving forward. And, you are being called this week to be calculated and strategic about that. Don't be hasty at all. The Emperor can also be that move into, like I said, stepping up, moving into that leadership role, becoming a supervisor, maybe taking a relationship to the next level, commitment, power, that sort of thing. And it's also one of the yes cards in tarot. It talks about goals being realized. So some of you may have been doing some manifesting a new direction, and that could be starting to materialize for you this week. And, that's all about this coming of power, Capricorn. There's something about that being the great balancer. So I feel that in the past you have come from a place of not being in power or being controlled in some way, and now it's your time to be the Emperor. If there are key decisions that need to be made this week, the reminder with the Emperor is to do it from a place of logic, of facts, rather than a place of emotion. That's why he wears the armor underneath his cloak. He's kind of protecting himself in some way. So you may need to protect yourself emotionally in order to make the best decisions for you, to lay a new foundation. This is about regrounding, laying new foundations for yourself that are really going to bring you into power, bring you into balance. But I'm strongly sensing that stepping up energy as well. Be that in romance, be that in friendships, be that in a project, creative project, or the workplace. there's definitely potential here for you to be moving into a role of more power or leadership. And maybe it all starts with sharing your voice. You know, sometimes we have to express, hey, I'm ready for that. I want to be more committed. I'm ready for that responsibility. We have that sense of awakening as well. Maybe there's been that consciousness shift that's really made you think, hey, you know what, I can do this, I've got this, and it's my time to shine. Divine wish fulfillment is on your side. Think big, dream big, and then take the inspired action like the Emperor would. Okay, Capricorn, that feels complete for me, so I'm going to leave it there. I do hope you enjoyed the reading and that it goes well for you this week. Do keep in mind it's not everyone's reading every week. If it doesn't resonate, don't try and make it fit. Leave me a comment. I read them all and try and respond to them all as well. I really love hearing how things are going on your journey of life. And I'll see you back here next week, same time, same place, for another reading.